the Elon Musk deal before I get to tonight's monologue. I'm not mad at Elon Musk. I understand his frustration. I really am not mad at Elon. I feel like he did a stupid thing, but he also did some great things for our movement. So I'm not mad at him. But I have a message for you tonight, Mr. Musk. Stop whining and start convening. Article 5 is what you're looking for, sir. Can I talk a little about Elon before I go to where I want to go tonight? When public figures like Elon, the outrage between them, it grabs headlines. It's all the news talked about a few days. But what I find interesting is just a week before that, everybody was saying Elon was the real president. That Donald Trump wasn't the real president, it was President Elon. Well, Donald Trump shut all that down real fast, did he not? However, Elon Musk, what you saw him doing was frustration. Even Donald Trump doesn't like everything in the big, beautiful bill. And he said it. He said there's things he don't like. Elon Musk is frustrated. And it's valid. But the cure for Washington's deep-rooted swamp was not invented in a lab. There is a cure for the frustration Musk is feeling. You see what happened? Musk got to Washington and saw just how deep this rot goes. Even in the big, beautiful bill, he saw it. He called it out. Trump admitted. But Musk, you're going about it the wrong way. You want to make a change? Allow me to educate you. Use your vast wealth. Of course, I know he's not going to hear this, but I can dream, can I not? Use your money and your wealth to make a real change with something called Article 5. It was written into the Constitution 235 years ago. It's a silent safeguard that our founders built as a contingency plan for when hopelessly entrenched federal authority needed a reset. Musk went into the federal government and he found out this thing needs a reset, but I don't know how to do it, as brilliant as I am. Well, Mr. Musk, there were some men more brilliant than you called the Founding Fathers. They created the reset button. You, sir, need to learn about it and hit it. And we'll all back you up. President Trump would back you up. But no, the answer, Mr. Musk, is not starting a third party. Quit all that. Quit all the tweets at Congress. Get serious. Washington's dysfunction is not some sickness. It's a never dying disease that's never, ever going to leave Washington. The founders anticipated it. What was their solution? Article 5. What is Article 5? It's a blueprint. Not for protest, not for polls, but for a constitutional process to heal the swamp in Washington. Now, when Elon Musk is tweeting, it's frustration. We need to understand what he did was, what he realized was even the most powerful men in the world are helpless against Washington. He is the richest man in the world. Donald Trump is the most powerful man in the world. And these two men, Musk is finding out what Trump has already found out, that the most powerful men in the world are helpless against Washington. Washington, D.C. is not dysfunctional. It's hyperfunctional for the politicians' feeding at its never-ending taxpayer-funded trough. I'll repeat that. Washington, D.C. is not dysfunctional. It's hyper-functional. It has been designed to function at hyperspeed in feeding the politicians that never leave the tit of the trough. That's what it is hyperfunctional for. The problem is not incompetence. This problem is by design. We don't need a new party. We don't need a new technological CEO. We don't need a tweet, Mr. Musk. But what we do need is something that's already sitting there waiting for somebody to make it happen. The founders were not idealists sipping tea under the Liberty trees. They were realists who knew that power, once it's centralized, will rot. So they built in a pressure release valve, a last resort option for the states to do what? To bypass the dysfunction of federal power. They designed in Article 5 a way for the states to bypass Congress. I'll read it to you. On the application of the legislatures of 2/3 of the states, Congress shall call a convention and propose amendments to the Constitution. What I just read to you is not fringe. This is not podcast possum work. What I just read you is law. It is not a fantasy. It's foundational. And nobody really understands how Article 5 works. It allows the states to force change from the bottom up without one single ounce of permission from the swamp. There's a way to defeat the swamp, Mr. Musk, and you have the money and the power to do it. You went in there and you didn't see what you liked. You didn't like what you saw. The solution is a well-managed convention of states. And when we get that convention of states, we do 3 amendments to our Constitution, and it will wipe out the swamp. Until we do, we're throwing medicine at a disease that needs nutrition. What 3 amendments? These 3 amendments, Mr. Musk, would heal the swamp. Number 1, term limits. Because Congress should not be a nursing home for career politicians. You want to end it, term limits. But you've got to have 2/3 of the states that you can pull together. And you can do it, sir. It takes money and lots of it. The Second Amendment, balanced budget amendment. I hope some of you are listening. Maybe somebody knows Elon. I'm giving you the only solution for the swamp. The Third Amendment, reining in federal agencies, because the founders never envisioned an unelected 4th branch of government. 3 amendments will heal the swamp forever. No screaming, no tweeting, just governing by design. Here's the scandal that nobody wants to talk about. Over 400 state resolutions have been submitted. Did you know this? Did you know what I'm about to tell you? There have been 400 state resolutions that have been submitted for an Article 5 convention since 1780. But Congress has never conducted an official count. The National Archive files these resolutions like old grocery receipts, and no speaker, Democrat or Republican, has ever asked for an audit. Why? Because the moment the states activate Article 5, Washington loses control. And that's the one thing they cannot tolerate. So, Mr. Musk, before I move to my next segment, you want to change history? Quit fighting with Donald Trump. We're thankful for what you've done. We don't like how you had a little moment of autism there, ADHD or bipolar, whatever it was, drugs, whatever that made you spat against our president. But we're going to forgive you because we still need your money and your influence, and we still need you, sir, to help save our republic. You want to do that? Stop starting third parties and start counting states. Start drafting resolutions in the states. Send your money into those states. Start funding a national audit and run for delegate from Texas if you're really ready to lead, sir. Because if you think building rockets is tough, try reforming a republic from the ground up. But it can be done. The founders made a way for us to do it. You wouldn't be the first one to try. You would just be the first billionaire to use the Constitution instead of Twitter or X. Article 5 is not a loophole. Article 5 is not a conspiracy. It's not a last-ditch desperation move. It is a constitutional design. It is brilliant, reserved, patient. It's precise. And the founders put it there for this moment in time. Now it's up to us to use it. I'm coming back tonight with my monologue that you don't want to miss. I'll be right back.
The volatility of the U.S. dollar is a harsh reality. We've seen the stock market come across ramped losses, even over the past 20 years. There's a need for an alternate financial strategy. How about gold or silver? Welcome to God's Money. With the PSI Security Platform, you can build your wealth and secure your future with precious metals that withstand the test of time. Gold and silver are the secrets the wealthy have used to accumulate and protect their wealth for decades. God's Money works with a team of world-class experts to deliver rare, high-quality, unique precious metals at impressive prices. Don't have the money to invest in silver and gold? No problem. Join our Coin of the Month program. With this amazing program, we will send you a little silver on a monthly basis. Consider this opportunity before it's too late. Act now. Go to www.godsmoney.info.